Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Bonnie back with another video. I realized this morning that it has been an incredibly long time since I've made a video, so I decided that it's time to make another. I realized that definitely is not the best series of events going on in the world right now, but figured I'd make that what today's video is about. So as we all know, huge percentage of the world right now is in social isolation, lockdown, things of that nature because of the pandemic going on. I hope everyone is staying safe, washing their hands, and everybody's doing okay in regards to that. Today's video is just going to be some ideas of things I've been doing. Today marks my 3 weeks that I have been on lockdown. I am just outside of Seattle. Both restaurants I work for got shut down on the same day via a order by the governor. Um, understand why it had to be done, but that meant I lost both my jobs at the same exact time. Like I said, that was 3 weeks ago. So I've been kind of dealing with this extra time that it seems like everyone has these days. So I figured, since it seems like everyone is very bored, I'd list off some ideas of things that we can all do to hopefully keep us entertained through this. So, you've probably heard some of these on other channels, but I'm still going to list what I have been doing because this is what's been keeping me from going insane. So, I have been doing online courses. All of them I've been doing have been free. I found a few on Coursera that I liked. There's also a list of free courses available on harvard.com, or sorry, harvard.edu, I think it is, the actual Harvard website. But they do have a list of free courses available through them. I am taking one through there as well. I've also been reading a lot, reading like crazy. Um, yeah, just reading, that's been really helping. I've been really arts and crafty lately. I'm a big crocheter. I've also been doodling. I got some tie-dye stuff. I plan on tie-dyeing at some point during all of this. You could also knit, you could paint, any kind of artsy thing that you're interested in. You could also spend more time with your pets, take them on some longer walks, maybe brush them or bathe them more intensely, or other things that maybe you don't do as often for them. I've also been baking a lot. I have come up with so many new, mainly breads. Like, I did a blueberry strawberry bread the other day. It was really good. As you guys can hear, there is a dog in the background, which is why I mentioned pets, because he is going crazy seeing the other dogs outside. You can also use this time to reconnect with friends and family who maybe you need to talk to or just haven't really stayed in touch with as much as you'd like to because you've been so busy. You can use this time to catch up on sleeping. I have really been taking advantage of that. It's been great. I've also been working on some puzzles. I've been finding some big, really difficult puzzles, and I've just been going through them, which I forgot how fun it is to do. And you could also use this time to either catch up on cleaning, you could use this time to catch up on your beautification process, you could use this time to work out. Basically, just trying to find, things that are solo and yet still fun has been the challenge. I have been playing video games. I am one of those people who has gotten into Animal Crossing recently. I loved it when I was a kid, but haven't played it since like high school, so it was actually kind of fun to sit down and start playing Animal Crossing again. And I've been watching a lot of Netflix, a lot of Netflix. Yes, I have seen The Tiger King. Yeah, that is how it's been going. I've gotten so bored. At some points, I've actually started watching The Office, which has always been just the background noise that I'll smoke to. But now it's like I'm actually watching it and actually enjoying the series, and I can't believe that after listening to a show for years, I'm actually getting into it and finally starting to watch it. So that was pretty cool and exciting. Also, I wanted to add that I know, a lot of us are really struggling with the fact that we were all like kind of surprise, lost our job, a huge, I think I read somewhere it was like 2 or 3 million Americans filed for unemployment recently. So, like, a huge number of people were unexpectedly lost their jobs. So, I understand that not everybody can just sit around and do nothing. Even if you lost your job, you still got to find something. So one thing I wanted to touch base on this is how you could still look for a job in all of this, even though it is still going to be more difficult because so many people have just lost their jobs. Of course, grocery stores and Amazon are doing super good right now. You want to be extra careful if you're working at them because of the obvious reason that it is higher risk of exposure to that the virus that is going around. But if you're careful, there are definitely jobs available there. Also, one thing that I have been taking advantage of that I actually have an interview for coming up and I'm pretty excited about is most schools nationwide have been shut down either for an extended period of time, and some have even said they're closing their doors for the entire year. This now opens up the fact that somebody needs to teach these kids, and for many parents, either they have a job that they are considered essential at, be it that they're, in the healthcare industry, be it that they're Amazon workers or things of that nature, but there is a number of people who need either childcare because the daycare is closed or need somebody to teach their kid because the schools have closed. And there is actually a pretty, what I have found, it seems like there's actually an uptick for childcare, at least in my area. The particular child I had been babysitting before this happened no longer needs me. That family doesn't need me right now because both the parents got laid off. So it is kind of difficult to say what you'll find with babysitting and childcare because some parents no longer need the childcare that they had previously needed, but others are now needing more care than they did. So that is something I would suggest looking into if you have that experience. Also, one of my roommates has found a job landscaping, which he had never previously done. Well, wasn't previously doing. I think he had previous experience in it, but there definitely still are some jobs available. You definitely just want to be considering as to what you're doing. Make sure you're really cautious, wash your hands, wear a face mask, all those kinds of recommendations. But even though this is a difficult time, don't think that you can't find a job. There is still stuff out there. It's going to be harder. Like I said, I lost my job 3 weeks ago and now just have my first interview set up. So I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying you're going to just find a job overnight. But if you really consider your skills, I guarantee you that, well, not guarantee you, but I hope that you'll be able to find something. And I think that you have a good chance if you really look at the skills you have, look at what is needed right now, and just use your skills and your best judgment to find where you might fit best in this weird economic time that we find ourselves in. And if you can't find a typical job where you're being paid by an employer, consider things like crafting, consider writing a book or an ebook or getting an all-star YouTube channel that makes a bunch of money. I'm not monetized, so that's why I'm kind of hesitant to mention that part. I know it's a thing that can happen, but I'm not there yet. So that's just where I kind of, want to point that out, that I know that's a way you can, but I personally haven't experienced it. So I hope that these help you. I hope that everybody's staying safe. And I hope that this will be over soon, as we all do. But in the meantime, just be safe, just be healthy, and just find what you can to entertain yourself. And if you do feel like you have to have a job in all of this, then really look into what your experience is, um, where your skills are, and then find how you can use that to your advantage.